In the headlines, one of the two Catholic priests abducted in Kaduna State, Reverend Father Chetnum, killed as Father Cleopas escapes. Flood submerges 100 houses in Bauchi as residents count loss. Pump price increases as NNPC unveils Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. UK breaches 40 degrees Celsius for first time as heatwave batters Europe. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I am Ayuba Ilya. Thank you for joining. And now the details. One of the two Catholic priests abducted in Kaduna State on Friday has been found dead. The duo were whisked away from the rectory of Christ the King Catholic Church, Yad Ngaru, in Lere local government area of Kaduna, where they were on an assignment. In a statement, the Catholic Diocese of Kafanchan, through Reverend Father Emmanuel Ochechukwu Okolo, said while Chetnum was killed, Cleopas escaped from the kidnappers' den. He said that the decomposing body of the priest who was said to have been murdered the same day he was abducted was discovered on Tuesday. A retired general, I beg your pardon, a retired Brigadier General Sani Kukasheka says that the absence of effective synergy amongst security agencies and absence of governance at the local levels are some of the factors responsible for the current security situation in the country. The ex-army spokesperson, who featured in a Trust TV flagship program, Daily Politics, also underscored the need to explore non-kinetic measures in tackling the intractable security challenges facing the country.
As if it is not there, but it's the issue of coordination and synergy of effort. Because you have people that were saying, of course, information, they got information. But beyond that, had it been that there is synergy of effort and adequate security education among citizenry, because in most instances, even those people that passed information were just saying that something is happening in Kuje. Nobody, of course, you have to run for your safety, to be able to observe and say precisely. But those who have been paid for, have been trained for this, they ought to have passed the information. But even beyond that, they should have been able to have feelers that something is fundamentally wrong. But of course, it was there. We should not seems to be rewarding criminality with chieftaincy titles. But in their own case, they were coerced into it because over time, he has been proven to be exactly the kind of, dominant force with it.
Youths of Our Mama in Oru East local government area of Imo State have protested the killing of 14 persons by suspected members of a Bubeagu security outfit set up by the state government. The protesters, who blocked the Owerri-Onitsha road in response to the killing of the 14 youths who were returning from a traditional wedding, vow that peace will return in the state only if government disbands a Bubeagu. In his reaction, Governor Hope Uzodinma said his administration's quest to protect the lives and property of Imo citizens will not be deterred by propaganda and blackmail.
The problem why we are expressing our anger is to Imo State government. There is a team who then brought out names Ebubagu, and that Ebubagu have been killing our youth. When they come where they are doing occasion, they will begin to shoot paradically, killing people. Like on Sunday in occasion, then kill less than 15 on gunshots. If they are looking for a particular people, let them go and hunt for them, not to be killing innocent citizens.
Just like my brother rightly said, we are the youth. We are the youth of not just Our Mama, not just Ameri. Oru East, Oru as large, both Oru East and Oru West. We are all here gathered. We are not happy with what is actually happening in our land. We have been trying to deal with it, but at this juncture, we can't enjoy it anymore. The day before yesterday, a lot of youth were killed. About 14 of them that went for a traditional marriage. Our brother here is part of them. Some of them were hidden by stray bullets.
Yes. For this our mama, we don't need Ebubagu again. They have killed our youth. Yes. Many youths, since Saturday, Sunday, Monday, they have finished our youth. What did they want us to do? We don't want Ebubagu again. If Ebubagu finish our youth, we will be women. What do we go do for this town? Only us can live for this our mama. Make Ebubagu governor. We beg our governor, Hope, make him remove Ebubagu for our mama. We are begging. We don't need them again. We cannot take it light with them. I don't think that we will take it light with them. They are killing our husbands, making us widows. But we don't need them again. We don't need them again. So that you should go. Hope should send them away.
Well, we just came out from a Security Council meeting where the DSS confirmed that they did the operation. And the operation has nothing to do with any wedding place. They went to a camp, and they went to the camp with a pointer who is a member of the gang, and they caught some people. And the people are currently with the Department of DSS. Yes, they killed some people. But those were also bandits, you know. But we are waiting for detailed report. But this is the interim report given to us in the Security Council. So I don't want you to be carried away by propaganda of those who are behind the banditry in the states. You should also investigate to find out for yourself what is happening.
More than 100 houses have been submerged by floods in Darazo community of Bauchi State. Victims of the ravaging flood are counting their losses while appealing for help from relevant stakeholders. Adamu Imam reports.
The victims who described the floods, the worst disaster ever witnessed in the area, said the downpour lasted hours on Saturday. Bilkisu Abdullahi and Musa Abdullah witnessed the ravaging rains.
The flood started in the evening. After some time, our house became submerged with water. The house turned like a river. Our rooms and fence all fell down. We're confused. Where should we start from? Our belongings are completely damaged because of the flood.
We need urgent assistance to rebuild our houses. Some of us already rendered homeless, looking for shelter elsewhere because of the flood devastation. Government should do something, but if there are none, then we thank God. Many are calling for help from well-meaning individuals and government for those rendered homeless by the flood.
No one can be able to tell you how much is lost, because this is a devastation that so many, in fact, so many settlements have been affected. Not only this is just one of the settlements, and we have more than 20 settlements within the Darazo township. And actually, like this household, we have about 10 households within the whole house, and each of the households is affected. Like you can see here, this is one of them. And if I should tell you to each and every section of this house, each household is affected.
The state governor, at a sympathy visit to the victims of disaster in Darazo communities on Monday, called for intervention from the relevant agencies of the federal government and pledged support for the victims.
I'm calling on the federal government not to politicize issues of humanitarian services. These are issues that they should give us assistance. I understand some people that have been trusted by the presidency are using this kind of thing for political reasons. They should fear God, because what is happening, they should come and inspect and see, not just to give money to people who will vote for them.
While the district head of Darazo thanked the governor for his visit to the communities, he urged him to respond quickly to caution the effect of the destruction in the area. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
And on political matters, former governor of Zamfara State, Abdulaziz Yari, the People's Democratic Party governorship candidate in Katsina State, Senator Yakubu Damarke, and the PDP governorship candidate in Kano State, Alhaji Muhammad Abacha, on Tuesday visited Governor Nyesom Wike in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. Yari, who came with an entourage to Wike's residence, had a closed-door meeting with the Rivers governor. Shortly after Yari left, correspondents learned that Amarke and Abacha arrived at Wike's house and also had a closed-door meeting. Although details of the meetings were not made public, sources close to the governor disclosed that the visits were part of efforts to prevail on Wike to remain in the PDP. Now, there was a mild drama in the House of Representatives on Tuesday between the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, and the Majority Leader, Alhassan Ado Doguwa, over the People's Democratic Party's victory in the just-concluded Osun governorship election. The argument occurred when the Speaker was congratulating the Majority Leader, Ndudi Elumelu, over the victory of the PDP in Osun, but was immediately shunned by the Majority Leader, who disagreed with the Speaker for congratulating the Minority Leader.
He won the elections, but I also added that it's going to be very short-lived.
Mr. Speaker, with due respect,
that is how you play politics.
I beg to tell you that you are on your own.
That is how you play politics. You are out of leader of the house.
Are you saying that Mr. President is on his own for congratulating us?
Yes, he is on his own.
Ah, okay. Camera, you are
yes.
There.
Whoever congratulates you is on his own. I, as a party
leader of the
house,
cannot
congratulate you.
Don't take.
Mr. Speaker,
you win some, you lose some. Don't take defeat so personal. Okay.
Yourself and whoever
congratulations, Minority
Thank you,
Leader.
Mr. Speaker.
The Speaker maintained his congratulatory comment to the PDP and reminded the Majority Leader to imbibe the spirit of sportsmanship. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives on Tuesday adjourned plenary over the death of a 7-member from Edo State, Jude Ise Idehan. Speaker of the House, Femi Gbajabiamila, after welcoming members from their short break, said the House will adjourn in honor of the late lawmaker. Ise Idehan, who represented Igor Igboba-Oka Federal Constituency, died while the House was in recess.
Question, the motion has already been moved and seconded. I'll put the question for adjournment to 10 a.m. tomorrow. Those in favor, please say aye. Those against, say nay. Ayes have it. House adjourns to 11 a.m.
You're watching the news update on Trust Television. Coming up shortly. How schoolgirls recovered lost monies. Details and more after the break.
That's great.
To every politician, as the campaigns gain momentum and passions begin to rise, remember, the errors of your opponents do not make you a success. Do not run down your opponent and inflame passions to violence between and among your supporters. What counts is what you plan to do for the electorate and how you intend to relieve the sufferings and bring succor. Nigeria is in dire need of patriotic leaders at all levels. Leaders who will make national development their priority. Concentrate on telling the electorate what you intend to do when you get into office. Focus on making your vision clear to the electorate. Don't engage in verbal abuses, fake news or speeches. Keep dealing with issues that will bring progress. You win the hearts and minds of the people by being above board, by being civil, patriotic and showing empathy. Let's join hands to make the 2023 elections peaceful. A message from the National Orientation Agency.
Thanks for staying. You're watching the news update on Trust Television. Here's a reminder of our top stories. One of the 2 Catholic priests abducted in Kaduna State, Reverend Father Chetnum, killed as Father Cleophas escapes. Flood submerges 100 houses in Bauchi as residents count loss. In other news, President Muhammadu Buhari has issued a 2-week ultimatum to the Minister of Education, Adamu, to resolve the lingering strike by the members of the Academic Staff Union of Universities and other university-based unions. The ultimatum followed a briefing from heads of relevant ministries and parastatals at the presidential villa in Abuja on Tuesday. The president had summoned them to get more information on why the strike had persisted for too long. After Tuesday's briefing, the president ordered the education minister to ensure that the areas of disagreements were sorted out within 2 weeks and report back to him. In a swift reaction, the leadership of the Academic Staff Union of Universities says the 2-week ultimatum given by President Muhammadu Buhari to the Minister of Education, Adamu, to end ongoing strike will not work if the Minister of Labour, Chris Ngige, is included in any reconciliation committee. Recall that the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, had proceeded on 1-month warning strike on February 14, and other unions also withdrew their services after that as a result of the inability of the federal government to meet up their demands. A Dana Air Boeing 737 aircraft with registration number 5NDNA on Tuesday made an emergency landing on approach at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. The decision followed an indication in one of its engines. The airline confirmed the incident in a statement, saying all the 100 passengers on board were disembarked safely. The airline apologized to all passengers on board the flight and reassured them that Dana Air will continue to maintain its high safety standards. The National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, has received a new batch of 143 stranded Nigerian returnees from Libya. The Director General of NEMA, Mustafa Habib Ahmed, represented by the Coordinator, Lagos Territorial Office of the agency, received the returnees on arrival in Nigeria. The returnees were brought back to Nigeria through the cargo wing of the Murtala Muhammad International Airport, Ikeja. The returnees include 96 adult males, 8 boys and 1 male toddler, while females included 36 adults, 1 girl and a toddler. 2 secondary school students, Naima Usaini and her classmate Righteous Samuel of Government Secondary School Bukuru in Ongwandoki of Jos South Local Government Area of Plateau State, are warming the hearts of many Nigerians after they returned the sum of 250,000 naira they found in the school premises. The students found the money during break time and decided to take it to their school teacher, saying it was morally wrong for anyone to hide money or anything that was not theirs. Ado Musa completes the story.
This is Government Secondary School Bukuru, located in Angwan-Rohal Kanan of Jos South Local Government Area of the state, where the students found the money. One of the students, Naima Usaini, who reside around First Bank, Bukuru, said when they found the money, it didn't come to her mind to spend it since it wasn't theirs.
Saw our friends standing. Now decided to go and talk to them. As we were gisting, the now left. We now started. Like, my friend was looking at herself in the mirror, and we now saw something in leather. And she now asked me that what's inside. And I said I don't know. That I should check. And I say you check. We were even saying that she said I should check. I say you check. And I check. We now saw his money. Then we now decided to return it to one of our.
On her part, Righteous Samuel attributed the ease of arriving at the decision to return the money to parental upbringing, adding that her parents have always questioned her against such acts.
We saw our friends and we decided to go and meet them. We went out of the class. When we went out of the class, we were now gisting with our friends. After we finished gisting, we were standing beside a red car. So I saw something in a leather. I decided to tell my friend, let's check what is inside the leather. So when we checked inside, we saw money inside.
Ezekiel Yarima, the teacher whom the student returned the money to, expresses happiness over the development, saying he was surprised to see the student returning such a huge amount of money and asked him to look for the owner.
Two of my students, Naima and Righteous, found some money and brought it to me. And the amount is 250,000. I was very much surprised at the kind of heart those children have, that they found a huge amount of money and brought it to me. And so what I did was to look for the owner of the money. I first of all asked them where they found the money, and they told me that it was beside the red car. So I quickly went to look for the man with the red car, and he happens to be a supervisor of NAPTEP examination.
The teacher, who said he is proud of the students who have shown that they are God-fearing, also appreciated their strength and character and urged others to emulate. Ado Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.
The price of petrol has finally been raised above 165 naira per litre across different regions of the country. Although the product has been selling above 165 naira in some parts of the country, a new price regime was released on Tuesday. Petrol marketers have said that the federal government gave approval for the raise, but the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority is yet to react to this. According to the regional price list, effective Tuesday, July 19, the rate rose from 165 naira to 179 naira per litre in the Southwest, South-South and the Southeast regions. The price was raised to 184 naira in the Northwest, 189 naira in the Northeast, a 24 naira increase and the highest in the new adjustment. Meanwhile, Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited is up and running and is expected to support sustainable growth across other sectors of the economy as it delivers energy to the world. Speaking on Tuesday at the State House in Abuja, President Muhammadu Buhari, while unveiling the NNPCL on Tuesday, said that the new firm will ensure that Nigeria's national energy security was guaranteed. Kendi Amodu reports.
The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited is one of the offshoots of the Petroleum Industry Act 2021. On the 1st of July 2022, President Buhari authorized transfer of assets from the NNPC to its successor company, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, making it Africa's largest national oil company. It serves both as a regulator and a fully commercialized limited liability company, with a former group managing director transforming into a group chief executive officer. President Buhari is confident that the new company will be a commercially driven and independent national oil company that will operate without relying on government funding.
NNPC Limited will operate as a commercial, independent, and viable national oil company at par with its peers around the world, while adhering to its fundamental corporate values of integrity, excellence, and sustainability.
But how will that impact directly on the Nigerian economy?
We have taken a strategic initiative to achieve our mandate of ensuring energy security for our country by rolling out a comprehensive expansion plan to grow our fuel retail presence from the 547 to over 1,500 outlets within the next 6 months. Our drive for organizational sustainability is hinged on our renewed commitment to partnerships that deliver sustainable value to all with integrity.
The NNPC Limited will operate as a profitable commercial entity and declare dividends to its shareholders. The company will demonstrate higher levels of performance and accountability to continue to win the hearts of its over 200 million shareholders. The unveiling of NNPC Limited today is a new dawn in the quest for the growth and development of the Nigerian oil and gas industry.
The NNPC Limited is expected to deliver value to Nigerians who make up its over 200 million shareholders, as well as the global energy community. It remains to be seen if it will live up to this onerous responsibility. Kehinde Amodu, Trust TV News.
Away from Nigeria, the UK on Tuesday posted its highest temperature on record, breaking 40 degrees Celsius for the first time after government officials declared a national emergency and issued unprecedented health warnings. The Met Office earlier on Tuesday had provisionally recorded a record-breaking temperature of 39.1 degrees Celsius in the village of Charwood, England. For the first time, the Met Office had issued a red warning in response to the extraordinary heat. The heat wave in Britain, which has been linked to climate change, follows a weekend of wildfires and soaring deadly temperatures in France, Portugal, and Spain. And that's a wrap on Trust News Update. Watch more via all our social media platforms. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I am Ayuba Ile. Thank you for watching.